first possession of the game with the FiberXers. Here's De Los Santos against Nonoy. De Los Santos, they're looking for Balti down low. Here's Stockton. 10 seconds to shoot here for Converge. Stockton from downtown, no good. Nonoy with a rebound. Nonoy stepping on the gas, not wasting any time. Sends it over to Pringle, stopped there by De Los Santos. Balti. Here's Caralipio, open for three, puts it in.
And find an open man in Louis Sangalang.
Balti down low, nice move for the big man. Great footwork on the smaller Sangalang.
Well, you know, that's a lot of skill there shown to us by Balti Baltasar. That's a clear mismatch. They would want to keep on attacking the post, but what about Mark Nonoy continuing where he left off? The ball is being played by Terrafirma Dyip here to start this ball game.
You know, Nonoy has 2 4-pointers.
No problem right there for Balti Baltasar. That's going to be his 4th point. Very high percentage shot. Another 3-point shot right here. That's what you're saying. It seems like
we have 3 4-point shots.
I miss that word.
Yeah.
Ultra.
Yeah. It's a great name, Ultra. De Los Santos 3-ball of his own right there for Converge. But Terrafirma 3 4-point shots already. They haven't missed from beyond the second arc. Nonoy. Zaldivar 3-ball on the way. Oh my goodness. It seems like every single basket for Terrafirma has come from either the 3-point line or the 4-point line as Balti shows off his mid-range game right there.
Well, he's got 6 points, no? He has not missed here in this ball game, but still a 9-point lead coming from Terrafirma.
Here's Sangalang. Louis. Stand the man. Back to Sangalang. Nice move down low. Santos couldn't stop him as Louis Sangalang scores another 2.
You know, he's really a power forward by nature, and he just knows how to play inside the paint.
Santos can shoot from the outside, but not that time. And here comes Terrafirma on the break. Nonoy. You could tell he wanted to pop another 4-point shot. Katapusan. Katapusan puts it on the floor, attacks the basket, puts it up, gets the bounce. Shawnee Winston has checked in the game for Coach Franco. Balti, wow, I mean, he has been impeccable so far here in the first quarter.
He's got 8 of the 14 points of Converge.
Zaldivar over to Nonoy. Here's Sangalang. Louis will attack the defense of Balti. Louis still with it. Louis couldn't carve out a basket over the taller Baltazar. And here comes Stockton. 15-foot jumper on the way, puts it in.
That's really something that he has improved on. Now, this is a 4-0 run coming from the timeout. But Terrafirma, they've scored 25 points so far. We're not even in the 6-minute mark of the first quarter.
Pringle. Big on small. Stanley dancing with Balti. They swing it over to Zaldivar. 3-ball on the way. That's short, but look at that. Stanley Pringle turning a negative into positive right there with that putback.
Now, question, will that be an assist or a rebound? Good read on the part of Stanley Pringle in getting that loose ball.
Winston, elbow jumper on the way. He's going to get the shooter's roll. Nonoy. They're going to go to Pringle against Stockton. Pringle, jumper on the way. Oh, Stanley's feeling it right now. Early. Winston. They go to Stockton. Stockton. And that's going to be a turnover for Converge and leads to an easy flush coming from CJ Katapusan. It's a 30-second timeout as we take a look at this two-handed flush coming from Katapusan. And as we mentioned a while ago, Coach Winston. Almost another turnover there, but it ends up in the hands of Arana down low, and he knows what to do with it in that area. Winston. Back to Suerte. Dancing with Zaldivar. Attacks the defense. No good. Another attempt there by Suerte. That's money. Short. Here's Arana against 2 white shirts. Stopped there by Kevin Ferrer, but Suerte was there to put it in.
You know, honestly,
They were at 31 with about 5 minutes to go. That's Winston. Another mid-range jumper coming from him.
Yeah, you like that handoff that was done by Justin Arana. Wide open jumper set up for Shawnee Winston. Oh, that's a nice high-low play. There's still that veteran-to-veteran kind of a pass. Aldrich Ramos, Kevin Ferrer.
I thought you got gulat with the hang time of Kevin Ferrer.
Both actually.
And Action Jackson with a 3-ball. That's going to make it a 7-point game here in favor of Terrafirma. Paraiso. Brent, still with it. Sends it over to Melesio. Melesio against Garcia. 6 seconds to shoot here for the white shirts. Ferrer. Sends it over to Zaldivar. That's a 3-ball and another one there for Terrafirma. Melesio against Garcia. Melesio still with it. Sends it over to Ferrer. Kev for 3. Gets the roll. Melesio. Melesio, that nice pass to Luis Sangalan.
That is sharp. That is great execution right there.
This is the perfect example of you pass where you want your teammate to go and not where he is. Leads him to the basket for the easy. Ramos in trouble, almost loses. Yes, he does. And here comes Converge. Nice lead pass to Arana for the easy basket. Stockton. Stockton double team. Has to give it up. Sends it over to Balti. Over to Arana. Arana sends it over to the corner. Racal for 3. Puts it in.
Well, you know, that's still a good choice, no? On the spin, there was double teaming. So they had to look actually for an open man that was Converge. But you like that effort coming from the white shirts. But still a great shot.
Sangalang, they go to Pringle. 3-ball on the way. Answers on the other end.
Touch.
Balti. Balti has been phenomenal so far here. I don't think he's missed so far in the first half. Terrafirma attacks the other direction. Look at this defense coming from Katapusan. Leads to another 4-pointer from Nonoy, but that is short. And Sangalang down low. You got to appreciate the hustle. You're going to go to Pringle against Stockton. Here's Sangalang to go to the corner. Zaldivar 3-ball. Oh, he gets into ball. Did he hit the board?
He did.
From the corner?
He did. After the shot, he smiled. So that means he didn't call it. Same kind of a shot that was taken by Kevin Ferrer a while ago.
De Los Santos answers with his own 3-ball on the other end. You got to call it when you hit a corner 3 and hit the board. Pringle 3-ball from the corner. This time it's nothing but the bottom of the net.
Just a lot of ball movement being shown by Terrafirma here in the first half. We've got to be double checking how many 3-point shots have already been made by Terrafirma Jeep.
16-point lead here for the Jeep. Santos. That's Racal 3-ball off the glass. I don't know if I've seen this many threes that have hit the backboard in the first half.
From both teams, that is.
Nonoy.
That's tough.
Oh,
that
wow.
will be very, very tough.
And that is over the outstretched arms of Balti, no less. Santos walks into that 3-ball, no good. Sangalang gets that board. Pringle. Here's Zaldivar. Zaldivar called for an offensive foul. Winston. Back to Santos. Here's Racal. 3-ball on the way. Got it. Winston skies for the rebound. Winston still with it. Almost a turnover. Ends up in the hands of De Los Santos all day to shoot. That 3-ball is no good. And Balti has been phenomenal here in the first half. Ramos. This time going inside the paint. Making mincemeat of the defense of Santos.
Well, he still has it, huh? Both basics coming from Aldrich Ramos, part of Gilas 1.0.
Garcia. Still with it. Sends it over to Santos. 3-ball from the corner on the way. In and out for him. Arana puts it in.
Nice little push.
8 to shoot here for the white shirts. Pringle to the basket. No good in that attempt. Ramos still coming up short. Another attempt for Terrafirma.
And he's been very aggressive, playing inside the paint. Aldrich Ramos, great. Those were 2 rebounds right there for Aldrich.
65 to 54. Back to an 11-point game. Winston. They go to Garcia. 7 seconds to shoot here. Caralipio with a mid-range jumper right there for Converge. Winston. From the corner. Gets it to fall. And that's a 3-ball.
They were giving up the foul.
Winston.
They were actually giving up the foul. I guess it was a little bit too soft. This was the bump.
Right there. They thought they got the foul. It wasn't called. Here comes Converge. Starting with Arana and Balti at the same time this time around. Arana. That good pass was well read by the defense. Zaldivar picks it up. Nonoy, fantastic pass to the streaking Luis Sangalang for the easy bucket. Still with it. Ends up in the hands of Nonoy. Over to Sangalang. Oh, fantastic patience there by Louis. They were ahead at the break. Here comes Zaldivar. He's had a fantastic game so far and continues with that shot, getting the roll.
And he's still smiling. No?
Yeah.
He loves his ball game. He's got a total of 17 big points. Maybe the biggest scoring output he has had since joining the PBA.
Balti from downtown, no good. Arana down low. Oh, that's tough.
Pringle into the defense of Shawnee Winston.
And the tip is won there by Terrafirma.
Oh, wow, lucky break. Was able to get that tip. There was contact. This was great timing. 1-2. There was the slide push.
Balti. Double team. Triple team. Balti overcooks it. And Shawnee Winston's there to put it in. Louis. Over to Zaldivar. Here's Katapusan. 3-ball on the way. Got it. As Arana can't score down low. Another rebound there for Terrafirma. Forward pass over to Nonoy. Pulls up for the jumper off the glass, and it's good.
And he's just so confident playing here in this ball game. Coming from the big output against San Miguel Beerman with 24 points. Mark Nonoy doing his thing here against Converge FiberXers.
79 to 65 is the count. Here's Arana against Zaldivar. Over to Garcia. To the corner. Caralipio 4-3. Puts it in.
Well, you know, he's deadly there in that corner. Same kind of a shot. Favorite of Kevin Racal.
Nonoy. Back to an 11-point game. Here's Pringle against Winston. Pringle over to an open Sangalang. Tees up the 3-ball and drills it.
Well, you know, there was double teaming effort against Stanley Pringle, but he was wise enough to find another open man. Great setup job for a 3-point shot by Luis Sangalang.
Winston finds Balti. Wow, that's a big time move right there by Balti. 82 to 70 is the count. So the hot shooting of Terrafirma in the first half has continued here in the second, at least as of now. Pringle, 4-3, no good. Here comes Converge on the break. Winston pulls up for the 3-ball, no good. Balti fighting for the rebound. Sends it over to Caralipio, second chance points is good here for Converge.
Half of those points should have been credited to Balti Baltasar.
Here's Garcia. 6 seconds to shoot here. Garcia puts it up, tough shot, puts it in.
That's what you're saying. No, he can.
Another Converge player, which leads to a Santos basket.
There's a lucky break at the time. It was a long shot. Good that Brian Santos was there to get that loose ball.
Here's Stockton once again. Using the Santos screen. Stockton feeds Corpus for the easy basket. Stockton will attack. Stockton puts it up, tough shot, puts it in.
Look at this. Ales, sabi niya, Ales.
At least Stockton.
Nice
Tumalon.
little bump. And there he is. Tumalon.
Melesha falls on the ground, ends up in the hands of Stockton, and Converge with Alex Stockton wanted to emphasize tying that ball game at 84-all with a one-handed jam.
Seen this actually from Alex Stockton. He can air, but it all started with the defense. Now this is going to be easy. That curl coming from the baseline, great play coming from Converge.
Over to Ferrer, 3-ball from the corner, puts it in.
That's great pass right there coming from CJ Katapusan. First that stop, that rebound, early offense. Go to the corner, that's the kind of shot that you would want to be taking. That's Kevin Ferrer.
Stockton, long two, answers on the other end.
He just wants to take over here in the third quarter. What a ball game being shown.
And take a look at the quarter scorings there. 30-27, the only quarter, and we're in for a furious finish here. Both teams looking to keep their tournament alive as Winston hits another jumper there.
Yeah, that's a good thing. When having a back screen, somebody should have taken over the defense of Shawnee Winston. Great jumper for Shawnee. Another stop right here. Great stops coming from Converge.
Here comes De Los Santos on the break. Over to Balti. Met by Ramos. Balti against two white shirts. No good. Caralipio puts it in.
Right place, right time. Great timing comes from King Caralipio. So also played great basketball here for Converge FiberXers.
And Converge now with a 4-point advantage. Zaldivar. Katapusan, Nonoy, they send it to the corner. Pringle, 3-ball is money.
Big. That's just big. I like that ball reversal going to the corner. That pull-up jumper coming from Stanley Pringle.
The ball movement of Terrafirma here in this ball game has been really fun and on point. Winston. 7 to shoot. Arana working on two white shirts. Sends it back out. Winston open for 3. No good. But
Again.
Caralipio's there once again for the putback.
It's just there for those putbacks.
Nonoy tees up a 4-pointer. No good. Stockton. Spoon feeds Arana. Puts it up and in.
And he was looking at Keith Zaldivar. Go ahead, foul me, boy. Keith not biting into that one. Good finish coming from Justin Arana.
5-point game, 6:38 left to go. Nonoy over Katapusan. 3 balls,
Big.
money.
That is big. That shot looked really good. That jumper coming from CJ Katapusan.
10 points in the ball game for him. 2-point game in favor of Converge. Balti down low. Oh, the hoop and the har for Baltazar.
Look at this. One more time. That pass. Then there it is.
And then here's that move. Balti, big boy move down low.
No more time for double teaming effort. No.
Katapusan with it. Against the defense of Balti, no less, puts it in.
That's a lot of power on that move right there coming from CJ Katapusan. He's been scoring very well here in this ball game. Just a 4-point lead for Converge going to the final 5 minutes of this fourth quarter.
Katapusan with 12 points in the contest. Winston spins. Winston, tough shot, no good. Katapusan with a rebound. He's played phenomenal so far here. Pringle, teardrop, too strong. Rebound, who else? Caralipio.
Almost a double-double for King Caralipio. Great offense. Wow, crossover all alone for that one. What a finish from Alex Stockton. Don't look now. This is now an 8-point lead for Converge FiberXers.
Katapusan wants 3 back, not gonna get it. Rebound in the hands of Winston. Winston. Still with it. Now with Arana. Arana attacks the defense of Ramos. Arana spins. Can't get the roll. Winston's there to put it in.
Just so many putbacks right here in the fourth quarter.
Their ball movement was phenomenal
That's
there
right,
in the first
that's
half.
right. But then again, another thing that killed them, just like this one. No more defensive rotation on the part of Terrafirma Dyip. Underneath, great decision making. Look at this. Who was wide open, the big man underneath, always moving well without that leather.
And Justin Arana getting that feed from Alex Stockton extends the lead of the Converge FiberXers to 12 points. It's 112 to 100 with 140 left to go here in the fourth and final. That was a long time ago. Sangalang coming up short with a 3 ball. Here's Ramos, foot on the line. He drills that one. Oh, but they are going to be calling that a 3-point shot. Stockton still with it. 10 seconds to shoot here for, that's a nice, beautiful pivot move there by Alex Stockton. Great footwork here. But this is the closest they've been at this stage of the ball game in their last 7 games.
Well, you know, Converge had to play good defense to make sure that they were going to be winning this ball game. 3 points. And that's been phenomenal the entire ball game. There it is.
18 points and 10 rebounds for Caralipio. 11 rebounds. And that's going to do it. The final buzzer makes it official. Terrafirma started out this game really hot, but coming up short here in the fourth and final as the Converge FiberXers, thanks in large part to many players. A lot of them played really well, especially in the second half.